Hello YouTube, it's me, the one and the only Duelist, bringing you a Kragen controlled deck profile today. And this is a deck I found while rewatching the Yugioh Zixel anime. It was a duel between Shark and one of the Barian uh, top four, I think they was called, but watching Shark and Quattro duel this one Barian, watching him use number 4 Kragen or Silent Kragen really inspired me to look into maybe making a deck around it, and watching tons and tons of YouTube videos and playing with some builds here and there to finally bring you this build that I made. We start with beautiful beauty tuna-full princess. Pretty much she's like a starter of your deck. You summon her, activate her effect, which banishes her, special summon one level 4 or lower fish type monster from your deck, except for itself. This is a guaranteed one turn number 4 Silent Kragen Xyz play, but be careful if they Ash Blossom you or any kind of disruption to negate her effect. You pretty much have to pass turn if you did not have any follow up with her. Next is Ash Blossom, just standard hand trap. I'm playing this over Max C because I feel, for me, I have a lot of opponents trying to do shenanigans that Ash Blossom covers while in ranked play. This deck did take me to Platinum rank in Season 1 of the Master Duels. In Season 2, it's working my way back to Platinum. I'm just a couple levels away and I'm in Platinum again using this deck. I choose Ash Blossom because it covers a lot of stuff a lot of the higher tier meta decks do try to pull off, with like Eldritch, Special Summon and stuff like that. It helps, but I kind of want to maybe splash in 1 or 2 Maxis and maybe bump Ash Blossom down to 2. Maybe in another build I will do that, but right now 3 is working for me. Next is 10 Goldfish, a free special summon if you normal summon him for a level 4 or lower. Silent Angler, another extender special summon, but you want to special summon him last because after you do that you can't special summon for the hand for the rest of the turn, so he's your last extender you want to special summon from your hand. Tenye Spirit, Shadnada. Some people play this, some don't. I'm playing it at 1 because if I see it, it's good. If I don't, it's alright. Pretty much it's a free special summon, and start your water blaze. Right Hand Shark. Right Hand Shark is very good for Xyz plays, and Graveyard Recursion. Graveyard Recursion for it is if you have no monsters on the field and he's in your graveyard, special summon him back from the graveyard, which comes up a lot if you're playing grind games or against players who are being very aggressive. And his Xyz ability, if he's attached as a Xyz material, your monster can't be destroyed by battle. A lot of people don't read that part, and it throws them off in ranked, and they get confused trying to destroy them through battle, but end up having to use more cards just to get rid of my Xyz, which I'm thinking about bumping this one up to 2 and maybe Silent Angler down to 2 for the next build. But One's working great right now. I'm thinking maybe bumping it up to two because I'm really liking its effect. Our next card is Lantern Shark. Lantern Shark is a one turn Xyz play. If it doesn't get negated, pretty much you summon it. If you have another water monster in your hand that's level 5 or lower, special summon it and go into your Xyz place. Simple as that. And this is a normal or special summon effect if you don't miss your timing or get negated. Next we have Buzzsaw Shark, another one turn, one summon Xyz play. Pretty much you summon him, use his effect, target himself, special something from your deck out. Either pretty much you're going for either Lantern Shark or like Lifeless Fish. It just really depends what kind of plays you're trying to go for. But he's a one turn Xyz. Next is Lifeless Leaf Fish. I'm only running 2 because this one has an okay effect. I'm just using it mostly because the Buzzsaw Shark target and it has some recursion in the grave. By that I mean when it's in the graveyard, you can like banish it and then target 3 fish monsters and shove them into your deck. And if you do meet that condition, you get to draw 1 card. So that's how his recursion works. Pretty much refilling your deck up with your lost fish monsters, plus you get to draw 1. So I'm only running 2 because of that, because he doesn't come up often, and if he does, it's usually in a ground game. Next we have Silent Seed Nettler. It's a free special summon if you control another water monster, so he's a really good extender, and that's pretty much all I have to say for him. He's like Lifeless Fish, he has the same effect, but you don't get to draw. But he targets water monsters, while Lifeless Fish pretty much targets fish. So similar effects, but 2 different ways. But this one you don't get a draw from it, which it's a little disappointing, but it's alright. Next we got Regeki, Arby's Feather Duster, and Monster Reborn. Standard cards, everybody knows what they do. So next we got Pot of Desires. Pot of Desires I'm running 2 because I run a lot of 3-ofs or 2-ofs, and I'm not afraid to like banish something because I like to dig deeper into my deck to either get staples or dig into my Goza match here, which I'll explain why we're playing Goza match in a little bit. But I'm trying to dig into like a Goza match or another key card that I can use for follow up. Next we have White Mirror. White Mirror is pretty much another Monster Reborn, but for my water fish monsters. So pretty much I'm running 4 Monster Reborns, plus I get to add a copy of one monster from deck to the hand with the same name as the monster I reborn from the graveyard. So card advantage and a Monster Reborn built-in effect. Run 3. I'm running Forbidden Chalice because I don't want to invest into Forbidden Droplets yet, because Forbidden Chalice has been doing me good. The only downside is you give your opponents plus 400 attack for the turn, but it's fine. A lot of times I'm using this just to negate cards that I usually can't get around their effects unless they're negated. I might bump these up to Forbidden Droplets in the future, but right now with my crafting material, as you can see above, I can only afford 1, and right now I'm trying to work towards getting some more max C's and more staples. So Forbidden Droplets is a back burner thought for me right now, but Forbidden Chalice has been pulling in a lot of work in ranked, so I'm not complaining. Next we have Infinite Permanence. Everybody knows what this does. Solemn Judgment, just to stop stuff. Everybody knows what it does. Same with Solemn Strike. As simple as that. Another staple. Pretty much three types of staple traps, just to slow my opponent down and all that. The real MVP trap of this deck is Goes and Match. So Goes and Match, each player can only control one attribute of a monster, and they have to send all other monsters to the graveyard that is not the one attribute they choose to control. The reason this is the main MVP, and I'll show you why, Stealth Kraken number 4. We built this whole deck around him. Pretty much his effect is he turns all face-up monsters on the field to water. And if I'm not facing another type of water deck, and I have Goes and Match out and Stealth Kraken, I really hurt my opponent's ability to special summon. They can't do extenders from their extra deck or special summon from hand unless they have water. So it really stops a lot of their plays. You probably will see some of this in some of the replay footage. And Stealth Kraken is the MVP. And Stealth Kraken has 2 more abilities. The first is once per turn quick effect. I can target one water monster and destroy it, and if I do, I inflict damage to half of the monsters. Is it original? No, equal to its current attack. So if they get an attack boost, or at their original attack, I deal half damage to them. And I can do it during my turn and their turn, but it's only a once per turn effect. So I have to make sure when I do this effect, I time it right. And this effect can be chained to and negated, so kind of want to make sure your number excuse me, you kind of want to make sure your number 4 Stealth Kraken's effect is the last in chain. And his second effect is if he's destroyed by I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, if he is destroyed, yeah, he gets to special summon up to 2 Stealth Krakens from my extra deck equal to the number of Xyz material he has. This does come up a lot. I run 2 Stealth Kraken spawn. They're like number 4, but their effects are when they're special summoned from Stealth Kraken, I can attach 1 Xyz material to them from my graveyard, and if I had 2 Xyz on them as material, I can special summon both of them out and attach each one with a 1 Xyz material from Stealth Kraken, which is nice. And they have 3 effects. No, they have 2 effects, sorry. I'm still thinking of Stealth Kraken. Their first effect is like Stealth Kraken, they can destroy 1 water monster, but the downside is they don't do the burn damage. And the second effect is, I don't get to do their second effect a lot because usually when I'm pulling these out, I use them to go into some other Xyz and stuff like that, or I do resolve their effect. But as you can read, quick effect pop once per turn. If this card is special summon with Xyz, number Xyz is destroyed, I can special summon Stealth Kraken, so they're like number 4. They get destroyed, they recur Stealth Kraken back with an Xyz, vice versa. and that's pretty much what they do. They just keep reviving each other. But the reason I only run two and two stealth Kragen, I can get recursion. I can reshuffle all of them. I've never went into both my stealth Kragens, but I have two just in case, and I haven't went into both my stealth Kragen spawns plenty of times, but I've got them shuffled back because of Silent Sea Nettle, or yeah, Silent Sea Nettle, not the fish. So for my extra deck, since we're already talking about it, we run Utopic Future because we run a lot of Xyz, and they're all rank 4 because this is a rank 4 spam deck. So I put him in there because we're wanting to go into number FO Utopic Draco Future, which is a really great card. I don't go into him a lot. I only go into him against harder matchups like against Drytron and stuff, which I don't see a lot until I get further in the higher tiers of Platinum, and then this one comes up here and there. We got Totally Awesome and Bahama Shark. If you're not familiar with these two, you want to go into Bahama Shark, use his effect to special summon Totally Awesome, and you get pretty much a negate. That's pretty much the plays you're doing with these two. Next is Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dwellers because a lot of LH players are in gold and platinum ranks, so this shuts down their deck and slows them down a lot. And this also helps boost all water monsters I control by 500 attack, which helps me get over like little bit bigger things. Next is number 37. Numbers 37. The reason I'm playing him and a lot of people don't. I'm playing him because he's a generic rank 4 play. When he battles, is attacked or I'm attacking, I can detach one material and opponent's monsters currently they control lose 1,000 attack, so he can get over anything that's 3,600 or less, unless I have Abyss Dweller on the field too. Then he can get over a little bit higher things. I run Zodiac Barboa and Sharkanine because I'm also running a Zeus, so these two help make an easy 4 material Zeus. This doesn't come up often, but when it does, and it helps in more platinum ranked games if I don't have Stealth Kragen on field with Goes a Match. So I might have to go into these plays, but mostly I'll be playing with Stealth Kragen, not a lot of these other Xyz. These are just more Xyz I use to control what's going on in the field depending on what I'm facing, but the main focus is number 4. We got Babushka. Babushka is a good stall card if I know I'm needing a little bit more setup to control with Stealth Kragen, so if I can special summon 2 Xyz monsters a turn, I'm either going into Babushka or Abyss Dweller depending on what I'm facing. Babushka is nice to stall with Stealth Kragen, and it slows my opponent down unless they can negate or destroy him. And the last card in my deck will be Drill Driven Vespero. This is for some stall games where I'll be running Abyss Dweller and used up all of his materials, so I go into him to attack over some stuff, or if he gets destroyed, I can recur something from my graveyard back to the field as stall material. And I do that tactic sometimes with Self Kragen. He gets destroyed, spawn my 2 Kragen spawns in defense as stall material, and they both have 1 pop each. So he's just in there for mostly stall, or if something runs out of Xyz materials, and I know it's gonna die if I don't Xyz rank up him. But that's it for the main deck and extra deck. Like I do for a lot of my deck profiles, I do mention some interesting card decks you can run. First one is Glorious Numbers. Glorious Numbers, we're running this. Well, reason I mentioned you can run this is we do have number monsters. And Glorious Number is I can target a number monster in my graveyard and special summon it, then draw one card. So it's a monster reborn plus a draw one. It helps. Another one I will mention is Number Wall. Since we do run number monsters, this can provide extra protection for them and make number monsters kind of like the 6-1 anime, where they can only be destroyed by other numbers. Not a lot of people run all number monsters, so this could be very cheesy and fun to play. I've thought about taking it in just for laughs and giggles, but I haven't. And another card to combo with Number Wall is Number Protection. It protects spells and traps you control. I have numbers monsters, so if you have Number Wall in this, they pretty much protect both of them and my monsters from battle, so it makes it really fun in card effects. So it's like a 3-card lock. Activate this, and have a number. I have an unbreakable board, but since number protection is a counter trap, it only lasts the turn, so after that turn my board's vulnerable again to spell and trap removal. But if you do run like Solemn Judgment, you can stop most of the back row removal, but some monsters do have effects, so you do have infinite impermanence to like stop them too. I was thinking I had this strike that did, but it's Judgment and Infinite that helps stop if you do play the Number Protection, the Number Wall, and Glorious Numbers. But those are some honorable mentions. Some other ones you can do is more of the Utopia cards, like I know I run Utopic Future, you can run FO Future Slash, stuff like that, Double. All those can work in here too, but since we're focusing around number 4, I built my deck to run more to exceed spam him out. Well guys, that was it for the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed.